4, Delta Charlie Papa.
Bravo.
Delta Charlie Papa station, come back with the call sign again.
And that was kilowatt 4, Delta Charlie Papa.
Delta Charlie Papa, Roger, what's the name?
It's Daryl, David Alpha Romeo Yankee Lima.
Roger, Daryl, got a good copy on you. Looks like about 10 over. What radio are you running?
I'm working on an Icon 7300.
Roger, Roger. All right, come back and tell me about your antenna, sir.
Right now I'm working on a homebrew 4080 wire at about 45 foot.
Roger that. All right, on the 7300, we have a tune-up procedure that will take you from unprocessed 10 dB dynamic range to a processed 3 dB dynamic range, which means about an average of 80 to 85% average peak modulation. It starts with the compressor, and if you were to engage the compressor at about a 3 out of 10, very lightly, just a 3 out of 10 is all it takes to start the process, Roger.
Okay, that's a 3.
All right, now if you go to your ALC and adjust your mic gain to where your ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3.
You said 1, I'm sorry, how much?
Mid-scale to 2/3, and you might want to kill that. You've got a speaker or something open?
Yeah, I just killed that, cut that.
Alrighty, now adjust your mic gain to where your ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3. And you have to transfer it to do that.
There.
I'm sorry, we doubled. You have to transmit and talk, and then adjust your mic as you're talking and transmit.
Yeah, I was doing a test, 1, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that right there is about 2/3.
Alrighty, and what radio was that again?
Yeah, it's an Icon 7300 with a Howell microphone.
Oh, Roger. Well, you know, when you took off that hand mic, you took off one of the better mics that radio had. That hand mic is just an extremely beautiful condenser microphone. It just requires a windscreen, but it's not as convenient as the desk mic. So in lieu of the hand mic, the condenser hand mic, you're going to have to place some catch-up on your EQ to make the mic, the desk mic that you have now, start sounding like that hand mic was natural. So I would go to my top-end EQ and treble EQ, and I would crank in at least a 3 dB top-end EQ. Roger?
Okay, I'm looking for that real quick.
That is a system. Gosh, I don't remember. A system transmit single sideband and then treble EQ.
Okay, I'm looking to see, does the 7300 actually have a built-in EQ?
Yes, definitely. 2-band EQ. System settings, I guess, maybe. And then transmit, and then single sideband. Give me your options. System settings. What do you get on settings?
Tone control.
Tone control. That's what you want. And then you want treble, and then you want +3 over where it is.
All right, the transmit base needs to be at what number?
Well, let me hear you. You could start at 0. No cut, no boost, just 0. Roger.
Okay, that's -3. -3.
I'm sorry. You were -3 on the base just then?
Yeah, that's -3 right there.
All right, I would do another cut, -4.
Okay, -4.
We're talking bass EQ, Roger.
Roger. Transmit bass.
Roger. So, and by -5, we're at the end of our cut, Roger.
-5 is the end of the cut right there.
Alrighty, and tell me about your antenna. Tell me about the radio and what you like best about the 7300.
Very easy to operate. Works very well. Multi-band unit. And an awesome touch screen.
A little bit more.
Other than it's a small compact unit, it is portable and usable. Like to do a little contesting with it, to play with it, and I've used you before doing audio check. But this is a brand new radio.
Roger, Roger. Okay, go back to your top end EQ, and where are you? What are the readings now on your top end?
-5 bass, 0 flat treble.
Okay, move that treble up to 3, +3 top end EQ.
Okay, how about right there?
Now we're starting to talk. Now, double check your compressor. Well, all we need is about a 3 out of 10. The compressor, just a 3 out of 10, Roger?
That is correct. I've got it on 3. Compressor is on 3.
All right, now go look at your ALC again and see what you got, and with your mic gain in the other hand, and adjust your ALC for mid-scale to 2/3.
Okay, 2/3, right there, 2/3.
Alrighty. Now, do you have a speaker on or headphones on?
Negative, I do not.
Okay, I hear your key. When you key, I hear it, and I'm just wondering. It sounds like sounds like a little more compression than what I was thinking. Although the end result is about the same, I usually don't hear. You must have an exceptionally loud key circuit when you hit key on or something.
Okay, that is a floor key now. I'm using a floor key.
All right, and then talk to me. Just tell me about your antenna system or something.
Okay, it's a homebrew 40-80 meter with a Ballon design choke at about 45 feet in the air.
Okay, now do you have any other external processing stuff going on?
Negative.
Is the microphone a power mic?
It is a standard Howell microphone 40 ICM.
Okay, but it is just an is it an amplifier? Do you have a battery in it or no?
Negative.
Okay, well, when you key, I almost hear feedback for the first couple of nanoseconds, and I'm not sure why that is. Do you have headphones on or a speaker on?
Okay. No, the monitor played back through the actual speaker. I just turned it totally off.
Yes, sir. You must turn that off because it discolors the audio, Roger.
Okay, it's totally off.
All right, now we're talking a lot better here, so I think you're. If I could hear just a little bit, 15 seconds of something that I haven't heard yet. Tell me about something I don't know.
Okay, the weather here in North Carolina has been extremely hot. It's been up in the high 90s, 98 degrees, and been working the 13 colony QSO 13 colony. QSO trying to win me an award for my very first trip out there for the DX World.
Roger. Well, it looks like you're about 3 dB, 3.5 dB in the ballpark there. We got that compressor in there at a 3 out of 10, and we've got your ALC reading mid-scale to 2/3. Check that if you would one more time, because here's the thing: when you start EQing, then your audio level is going to be affected at the ALC. So anytime you make a correction or change in your EQ or the compressor, then the last thing you need to do is go back to the ALC and just double check your reading into the ALC and adjust with your mic gain whatever you need to do to make that ALC mid-scale to 2/3.
Okay, all right. Let's see here. I'm sorry. It is should be right there for 2/3.
Roger. I think it's sounding good, man. I think we have struck pay dirt here. And if you get a chance, check in next Friday and let me know how things are going, what comments you're getting on your audio.
Okay, I will. And you said I could go find this so I could go back and play it back on YouTube. That is correct?
Roger. If you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, that will take you to our QSO vlog page. And on that page, you'll be looking for a QSO that's entitled My Group Aircheck 7519. My Group Aircheck 7519. And we'll be posting this within the next couple of days, Roger.
Roger. I greatly appreciate it, sir. This was Kilowatt 4 Delta Charlie Papa. I appreciate your time and help.
Come back one more time with your call sign again.
Kilowatt 4 Delta Charlie Papa.
And the name is Daryl, Roger?
That is correct.
Roger, sometimes I just have to find the right place on my page. I've got the information, I just want to be sure that I do. But I do. Because sometimes we make out separate breakouts from the hour-and-a-half piece. We cut to individual pieces, and it's really important that we post those with the correct call sign, Roger.
Roger. I greatly appreciate it.
Roger, Daryl. Well, go to our QSO vlog page, and we have about 650 QSOs there now, and we will have one more with this one. This is another hour and a half, which is our major contribution, and so again, it's My Group Aircheck 7519. So, Daryl, 3s to you, sir, and have a great weekend.
You do the same, sir. Thank you.
Roger, and I'm copying you 10 over, so you will have really good audio to listen to. Under the conditions, 40 being less than ideal, but of the ideals, you were doing really well. So 3's that way. And gosh, I've turned into a pumpkin here. It's 7. Well, Eastern Daylight Time, it's 5:05, actually. But we got to get out of here, so we'll say 3's to all who contributed. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next Friday at 3:30. If you get a chance, join us. Until then, have a great weekend, a great week following that. And this is 3's and KC9VKV, and we will be clear.